I recently purchased a Tame The Flame fire pit cover for my Breeo 24. The Breeo 24 is a smokeless fire pit. It's just starting up right now. It's got a bit of smoke. But before I got the cover, I didn't use a cover, so it got wet inside. So I'm going to light this fire, get things dried out. Once things are dried out, I'll give that cover a try and see if it puts out the fire. I added some more wood, and it's anything but smokeless right now, but once the fire gets going, there will be fire looking out of the little holes around the inside edge of the fire pit. Give it about 10 minutes. It'll probably be the next shot for you. Okay, fire's burned down a little bit. Now we got a nice raging fire with no smoke. Look at that. If you look closely, you'll see the smoke licking out of the holes on the opposite side. It's hard to pick up on camera. Maybe I'll give you a slow motion shot. You can see it better. Alright, time to put the fire out. I'm going to give the fire pit cover a try, and we'll see how long it takes to be smoke free. Well, it's been 12 minutes and it's still smoking almost as much as it was when I first put the cover on. I think the reason is because I have a gap underneath here, because I have my fire pit raised up on bricks. So it's still not completely cut off from oxygen, so I think it's going to continue to smolder. So I think I'll pull the lid off and see what happens. I've never seen anybody do that before. By the way, it's not hot at all. The flames are completely out. Of course, I still see a lot of red hot embers. I suspect if I wait a couple minutes, the flames will come back. I can already hear them crackling. It left quite a mess on my lid, though. I'm not really wild about that. I'll bring it and show you a little closer. See the stains? They might come right out, I don't know. The flames come back, as you can see. Anyway, I'm going to cover it, leave it for the night. So before I covered it, I went and grabbed 4 more bricks and placed them around the edges to try to seal up the bottom when I put the lid on. Hopefully that'll cut off enough oxygen that this time it won't smoke as much. Hopefully, we'll see. We might have a bit more success this time. I call that good. A little bit of smoke trickling up right here, but yeah, too bad. Give it a couple minutes to see what happens. There's still some smoke creeping up around the edges, particularly in the corners where those little small gaps are. If you can see that? I guess if I had my fire pit on a perfectly flat surface, this thing would work much better. But I don't. So anybody who has their Breeo or solo stove or whatever raised up on any kind of a concrete block pedestal or fire pit lift or whatever you want to call those things, it's something you might want to consider if you get one of these fireproof covers. Anyway, that's been my review of this fire pit cover. I'm going to call it mostly a success because it does its job, covers the fire, doesn't catch fire, doesn't burn, and it's been keeping my fire pit safe from rain all week. So it does that well. You know, if I want to head into the house for the night and don't leave the fire going, this is perfect. I don't care if it smolders, let it smolder. I kind of wish it didn't stain my fire pit the way it did, but I think that would happen less if I did have a perfectly flat surface to put it on, so that it wouldn't smolder like that and raise up all the creosote. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. Bye.